Okay, let's talk about Azure App Service auth headers and claims, which is another way of saying how do you make claims work with your ASP.NET Core application plus Azure App Service security, also known as Easy Auth. So up to this point, we've either been logged into our application that's running in the app service or we're not able to get in. So that's the security model. You can log in, therefore you can do everything in the application, or you can't log in and you can't do anything. But what if we want it to be a little bit more rich? What if we want some options? We want to do something with who we actually are in the application. Well, the problem is that our app service auth is disconnected from our code. But going back to our sample application for right now, let's go to security summary. Now, all you really need to know at this moment is that this page goes and looks at the HTTP headers and then puts them up on this page right here. Just makes it so we can actually see them. And if we scroll down, we have all these XMS client headers that get injected for us. And these headers, amongst other things, give us information about who we actually are. And like I said before, our code is disconnected from App Service Auth. So let's connect it. And the way we're going to connect it is using something called middleware. Now the question then is, what is middleware? And I really want to just say it's stuff that's in the middle and then walk away. But I suppose I should probably give you a better explanation. The real explanation is not a whole lot different from it's stuff that's in the middle. Middleware is a feature of ASP.NET Core that lets you plug pieces of your code into the ASP.NET Core execution pipeline. And here's a quick image from the documentation. So a request comes in, and then we've got three pieces of middleware. The request gets pushed into middleware number 1, and it runs some logic, and when it's finished, it calls the next delegate. That hands it off to middleware 2. When it's done with its logic, it calls next. Middleware 3 runs, it does its thing, and it starts bubbling back out. And eventually, you get the HTTP response. So there's a bunch of different middlewares that come with .NET Core, but you can also write your own. So what we're going to do is we're going to use middleware to hook into the execution pipeline and populate claims from Azure Easy Auth. We'll do that in the next demo. Implementing middleware is a piece of cake. It's super easy. You're going to create a class, and you're going to have that class implement iMiddleware. That's got one method on it that you have to deal with, invoke async, and invoke async passes you the HTTP context and the request delegate next. So this is how you hook into the next piece and basically say, I'm done executing. So you implement that, and then after you've implemented that, you configure your middleware in your startup.cs for your ASP.NET Core application, and that's it. So next up, let's do a code demo. We'll do a demo of middleware that populates claims from Azure App Service security.